In July of 1994, Disney did something pretty cool. They opened a ride called the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Now, this attraction is amazing in its own right, but what we're going to talk about today is what caught the attention of myself and many other ride-goers. Rod, take it away.
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, you may recognize, is an ME Studios video.
Disney brought back Rod Serling himself to appear in narration and on camera for this ride. What's the significance of that, you may be asking? Well, Rod Serling died 19 years before the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror opened, and yet when excited new riders entered the doors of the pre-show, they were greeted by this video.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that. The time is now, on an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard because in tonight's episode, you are the star. And this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone.
How did they do that? Well, it's simpler than it might seem. I remember as a child seeing a documentary piece on this, and I could have sworn there was some complicated CGI magic going on behind the curtain. Often, however, the simplest solution is the best. Disney hired a voice actor named Mark Silverman to voice the narration of the video and the ride. He was handpicked and even approved by Serling's widow, and his voice is incredibly close. They also used footage from the series, specifically fan-favorite episode, It's a Good Life. In the original clip, Serling says,
"Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a map of the United States, and there's a little town there called Peaksville."
However, in the pre-show, Silverman's voice replaces all the audio, and he says,
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you.
Up to that point in the video, the original video is shown, but then they cut away on the shared M sound in map and maintenance. This is a bit of a confusing tongue twister of an explanation. Suffice to say, the video and the audio, basically, except that it's pre-voiced in the new one, is the same up until he says maintenance service elevator or map in the original video. They used the same video as the original episode and replaced the voice with Mark Silverman's. There's one other main effect going on in the video, and I'll give you 20 seconds to comment what it is before I tell you. Do you see it? If you commented the background, you're right. Rod Serling is rotoscoped out of the background, which is replaced with a video of an elevator. If you got it, great job. If not, well, I guess you have to subscribe to work on your visual effects recognition skills. Now, with all these things identified, I thought, hey, maybe I could make a video like this. And I did. First, I re-narrated the video and used a voice changer to make myself sound like Rod Serling. If you want to check out this voice changer, you can get some free credits. Click this link in the corner of the video, and then use the affiliate link in the description of that video, and it'll give you a bunch of free credits to start with. I then took the video from the episode, rotoscoped Serling out, and then I matched up the video with my new audio to give me this.
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, you may recognize, is an ME Studios video.
This wouldn't be ME Studios if I didn't try to improve it, though. So with the impressive technological advances since 1994, I thought maybe I could make a video kind of like I thought they did when I was younger. Starting with the same clip, I recorded a new longer narration, and this time ran the video through a wave-to-lip motion AI program. This gave me a video of Rod Serling where he was saying my script, but the mouth movement matched up. Then I rotoscoped the video, but only in the top right, so that I could stick in my new video where the map was in the original shot. This is far from perfect, but it's been a fun project. I hope you learned something new, and enjoy the final result.
Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is an ME Studios video, set to premiere now. To be specific, this is an ME Studios video that focuses on the Twilight Zone.
I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and with your help, I can get 0.2% closer. I promise it adds up a lot faster than it sounds. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.